Welcome to the Wake.Show. As everybody knows, a show needs an intro. This is that intro. Fisher in the foreground, Sam kind of in the back. We've got single source insurance. Line them up on the side like that. There we go. Good morning and welcome to the Wake.Show, everybody. My name is Chris Fisher. Check audio. Hello, wifey. Hello, Matt, Joey Fox, Steve Corbin. Nice to see you guys stopping by. On the show today, we'll hit on this day and we'll get caught up in pop culture. I know that, pop culture is not my thing. It used to be my thing, but only because, I was in radio, really, and so you just kept up on all the pop culture and then did bits around the pop culture. And so, but somewhere along the way, I became to resent pop culture to a certain degree. For instance, like tomorrow, we'll be taping an appearance for Wednesday on ABC's The Morning Blend here in the Bay Area, and which I was really excited about, right? So the Morning Blend, because for a couple of reasons, and one of them being that this is acknowledgement that what we're doing here at the Wake.Show is, it gives some legitimacy, right? They're like, oh, Fisher from the Wake.Show is coming into the Morning Blend, so I'm excited about it, right? And so they called me back it was the last week or the week before to talk about the show and said, okay, so you'll be bringing to the table everything pop culture. Because in my head, I'm like, all right, cool. They'll be including me in the conversation. They'll have their topics, and then I'll just chime in on those topics. And they're like, I guess I got to bring my own topics in from pop culture. So that is stressing me out because, like I said, how you doing, Farmer Bill? There's a certain amount of resentment I have when it comes to pop culture. Does it make sense? But do I have to qualify that a little bit, Sam, or does that make sense when I have some resentment to pop culture?
You can go ahead and qualify it.
I'll have to qualify it because what I mean by that, or what I think I mean by that, is that sometimes I feel like those of us in America who have things really, really awesome, we turn our attentions from the ills of the world, which I can completely understand that as human beings as well. But we get a little too caught up in popular culture, the movies, television, music, celebrities, that kind of thing. And so I guess the resentment probably came that at some point I realized that I spent 20 years being part of the problem, trying to distract people. And I don't even know it's a problem, Sam. This has been something that has been in my head for a long time that I'd have to force it out every single day, every single morning. Happy Monday, Robert. You're right. You're right, Farmer Bill. I shouldn't stress about this.
It's all good.
I'm getting caught up in my own head again. But I think what it is I felt like I became part of the problem. I don't know if there's a problem, but this is where I'm going with this. And spent my career distracting you and people from the issues of the day, distracting you from the world. But then some people go, well, that's exactly what we want. Because in my head, I'm like, I should be on the radio, trying to make the world a better place. But then you'd have conversations go, no, man, we've got enough people pounding their fists in the table, telling us there's something wrong with the world, and this is what needs to change.
Right.
And we tuned into the radio every single day, or tune into the radio every single morning to get caught up on what's going on, but to also be distracted by, at the same time, because we have our own shit in our lives.
Yep.
You might want to get on the radio or get on your Wake.Show every single day and go, okay, here's what's wrong with the world. We need to do something about it. Things need to change. Or that just adds to the stress in our life. Because in the morning, I'm leaving a household where my kids have no respect for me. My spouse has, so respect for me. And so I have to leave that shit every single morning. Then I have to go to work where my boss has very limited respect for me. And the world around me is treating me like shit. And I got to hold on and deal with all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to get in my car in the morning and listen to somebody pounding their fist on the table going, here's what's wrong with the world. And we got to do something about it. Make me laugh a little bit. Maybe make me forget that, I'm not the king of my own household, and I'm surely not the king at work either. And let's just do it again every day, Monday through Friday, and just help me get through life. So that's one of the struggles that I've had for quite some time in my head. That I don't. It's better to make people laugh.
There you go.
Okay, I agree. Maybe what it is I don't have to concern myself so much every day as making sure that I let you know, hey, there's some crap going on in the world, and look, there's this horrible situation, that horrible situation, and what are we going to do about it? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's it's better to come in and laugh every day, and then knowing that every few weeks or so there's going to be that thing that gets us focused for a second, or remind us that, hey, there are some things that we need to need to be reminded about here and there. And the thing is that for long, that's the way I approached it. But then those things that would turn your attention to the reality, let's call it the reality of the world, or the other part of the reality of the world that's not pop culture, would those things would happen. And that's the way. So your 9/11s, your school shooting, your mass shootings and stuff like that. So every so often, you would have to. You couldn't just focus on pop culture and pretend that we just live in a fantasy land. We live in a theme park, and everything is peachy keen. But it seems like those mass events, those kinds of events that we're peppered in every now and again to divert our attention, seem to be happening on a week by week basis. And so that's what it's been so hard for me to try to figure out the right way to approach content every single day. Nikki, sometimes venting is a stress reliever. At times, that is true. Good morning, Chris and all from Danielle. That is good morning. Welcome, Sean. How you doing, Azalea? Nice to see your name. And that is true, Nikki. And we got to do that too. I just want to make sure that I got to find that balance between crazy like Alex Jones, right? Ranting and raving about the world. Not that I see the world the way that he sees the world, but and at the same time, just going, hey man, the world's always going to be crazy. There's always going to be stuff going on. If you want to spend your day every single day focused on all that stuff, then you go knock yourself out. You'll have some people following you, but they're just going to be angry, scared, paranoid people, and that is not going to be a fun life. Or you can get on and go, all right, we got there are the ills of the world. Let's have some fun with it, and let's make it through the day together, and we'll knowing it'll be right back there again tomorrow to deal with. So today on the show, after we get to on this day, whatever time I have allotted with Sam this morning, we're gonna go over the pop culture of the day. Okay. Yep. It's kind of like tomorrow's a test. It's a crash course. And you said it, Balance. You're right, Nikki. In the end, I shouldn't get caught up on, it needs to be all of this or all of that. In the end, just understand it's going to be both. We'll find our little balance. We'll go back and forth between the things that we can laugh at and those things that we just shake our head at and go, holy shit.
You want to know the silver lining to that, too?
Please.
The fact that you get to go on the Morning Blend, which does have a very large audience, and promote the Wake.Show.
That is cool too. That is very cool too. I guess
they have a much more significant audience than we do. The Morning Blend's a very legitimate thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think that that's very positive for this show.
All right, so let's pull up what that looks like, because I am
So
excited.
When is this? Do people listen to this like on Wednesday? Is there a time that you're going to be playing it? Or
it's going to be, we're taping tomorrow. So this is the Morning Blend's Facebook page. You see right there.
$500 gift card. I'm going to enter.
All right, so there you go. So this is that's what this kind of show I would imagine was one of those.
16,000 people like this page. So that's great.
Right, so that's huge. And I'm very excited to come on the Morning Blend, and I hope I didn't make it sound like that I'm not. I'm nervous because the pop culture was my wheelhouse at one time until one day I broke. I broke, and all of a sudden I became very resentful because you watch the shows, and it seems like it's a constant distraction of corporations or politicians. It's either corporations or politics that try to keep us distracted from what's really going on in the world. So then we feel safe and spend more money. I don't know. See, I don't know what happened to me, Sam. I became an.
Hey, you made you made good money talking about pop culture and the Kardashians. So whatever, man.
I did, man. I did. Oh my gosh.
You can make a good living talking about pop culture.
I wish I cared about money. I've tried everything to care about capitalism and money and make it more important than everything else in the world, but I just can't. I've tried so hard. Adam brings up a great way to look at it. He says, Glenn Beck has it down. Glenn Beck, cry in the A block, laugh and make fun of the world in the B block.
Yeah, there you go.
I can do that. I can cry. Not on command. All you got to do is just give me a story about how a human saved a dog or something, and I'll be in tears before you know it. How was your weekend, Sam? Before we get into the stuff of the day.
Oh, it was awful, but I'm trucking along.
It seems that you have a new hair color today. Do I see purple in there?
You do see purple in there.
Oh, look at that! Now you are naturally blondish, dirty blonde.
Yeah, dirty blonde.
Dirty blonde.
Yeah, my hair color that I've had the past since you've known me is pretty much close to what it is.
So I came in and I made a joke immediately. I was like, "Hey, good morning there, goth kid."
I kind of love it though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super happy with it.
I think it looks very
cool. And it's
cool.
not permanent. The brown is, but the purple isn't permanent. It'll fade.
Is this something that you've been wanting to do for some time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the recent events of all of a sudden you're going to be uprooted from Tampa to move to Orlando, and your car got banged up.
Yeah, just a lot of car stuff. I just wanted to do something for myself.
Your psyche needed a place to release itself, and instead of taking out the people from the insurance company, wait, who are you?
For real?
Who are you mad at today? Is it everybody? The insurance?
Literally everyone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm mad at the gecko from Geico. I'm mad at everyone. I'm mad at him the most.
All right. Well, see, this is what you got to do. Then is after the show today, you're going to call those people of screw. Oh, by the way, here's what happened.
I'm gonna be like, I want to talk to the gecko.
She went to talk or get her car yesterday over the weekend.
Over the weekend when they said it was going to be done. I had called multiple times because I knew that the people that I was dealing with is not a shop that I normally would go to, because Geico has like preferred shops that they tow a car to. So I've been following up along the way. She even had me pay over the phone because she said that her technician didn't know how to do the payment. So like whatever, but I did. I paid over the phone. And everything was done. And she's like, you can just come pick up the car. So I went, and he said, okay, you need to wait an hour. I just need to finish washing it. And I was like, cool. So he brings out the car, and it's not my car. And I was like, hey, that's not my car.
Is it even the same make and model?
No.
Nothing?
Nope. It wasn't even the same color. I told him silver. It was a blue car. So I was like, that's not my car. And by this point, they've had it for 7 days. And I had a rental car. I've been going through hell trying to figure this out.
So where was your car?
It was in the garage without a wheel still and without a mirror still, which is how it was when I took it there. The only thing they had done was painted the door, which got scraped up from the tires. So he will be taking my car to me today.
Okay.
Here at work. So allegedly.
But you said this was also the insurance company's issue as well, right? Or fault?
Yeah, it's just been such a stressful time. So I dyed my hair for myself just to. I'm really happy with it. I absolutely love it. So at least that's a little nice thing.
So here's what you do after the show today. You call the gecko. And you customize. Say, screw you guys. You screwed me. And you send me this half rate shop just because you're trying to save money, and now I'm put out. So but what are they going to take? Because now you've had a rental car the whole time. Are they going to pick up your rental car? Because those things run out like after 7 days or 10 days or something.
Yeah, I had to take it back on Friday. Because they said the car was going to be done, and Geico only pay for what they absolutely like, the fine line of what they can pay for. So,
but they got you back into a car, right?
No, because they said today that they were going to take my car to me. So I had my boyfriend drop me off this morning. Okay. Luckily, that's fine. But I want to show you. So when you open up the Geico mobile app, I'll show you what comes up.
Okay.
Look at him. Look at him.
I saw it for a second. Yeah. But here's what you need to do is after the show today, you call first, I don't know who you call first. If you call Single Source first.
For real.
By the way, our Single Source, very excited. Our sponsor here in the first 15 minutes, Single Source Insurance, are going to come by on Wednesday. They're not coming by to sell you insurance, by the way. They're coming by to talk about an event that they have that they're sponsoring coming up, which is something of the beach. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's a volleyball tournament, or I don't know, some kind of thing that they got going on. But they're going to come by on Wednesday and talk a little bit about that.
Oh my gosh.
Nikki says they have preferred shops, but law states that you can choose your shop. So they do have preferred.
They took it to a preferred shop because I just was like, all right, whatever. Like, I trusted them. I was like, just take it to a shop, whatever. So I Googled it. They're doing a campaign to have this gecko run for president.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, first he needs to take care of your situation.
He's going to be a terrible president.
What do we need to do is all right, well, that's fine. Well, we're going to put up this guy then.
I want the Single Source Insurance guy.
That's right. If that's the case, then we're gonna nominate this guy.
Yeah, I want it to be a race.
All right, let's see here. He looks good there. Put him on your desk right next to you right here. Hi, I'm the single source insurance caped guy. I would have taken care of you. If you hadn't gone with that crappy company, I would have taken care of you.
I know.
They don't care about their customers. I do. Wait. All right.
Incredible.
Let's see. Oh, it looks pretty good on your desk there. On your desk. I'm the single source insurance man. Hi. How you doing?
Do you want to do this for the whole show?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't want to do that for the whole show. But
let's just do it for the whole show.
All right. They have preferred shots. All right, let's get to on this day. And then one of the things, what we're going to do today on this Monday is we're going to prep. We're going to get me ready for pop culture tomorrow. Now, there's a part of me that's excited. Steve says that's exactly what he pictures the single source insurance man's voice to sound like. Hi. I just realized I realized what voice I was doing. I was doing was it from Towley? What the hell is that? An old South Park, the Christmas Pooh. Hi, I can't even think what his name was. So sorry for putting that voice on the single source insurance man. All right, so we're going to do a little prepping and get ready for tomorrow. So I was a little excited. I am a little excited because not that tomorrow will write itself, but I know when it comes to the royal family, that usually gets boosted right to the top.
And the Kardashians and Coachella.
All right, listen. I haven't been in pop radio in over 5 years, okay?
Yeah.
Where I'm talking about pop culture shit.
Right.
Now, before I lose my mind, because I can feel it welling up inside of me right now.
Yeah.
Let me do two things. Let me breathe. And then ask, are you serious?
Yes.
I don't mind Coachella still being in the news. That's an annual event. But the Kardashians, I feel like the Kardashians were partly responsible for me resenting pop culture and and leaving radio and to never want to go back to that again. So you're telling me that literally 2013 was the last time I was in poppy radio. Mm-hmm. You're telling me, Mr. Hankey, thank you, Mr. Hankey. There we go. Mm-hmm. That they're still in the news today.
Correct, because this family has the best business model I have ever seen in my life, which is keep having kids and then keep bringing them in. So the three, Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney, are they still do things, but Kylie and Kendall, mostly Kylie at this point because she's like a loose cannon, they are the focus. And now all of the other ones are having kids, including Kylie just had a kid, the younger one. But like Kourtney, Kim, and Khloe all just had children, which means that it's just going to keep going. And keep going, and then I promise you that's what it's going to happen.
All right.
So unfortunately, yes, you will have to talk about them, especially Kylie.
Okay. All right, fair enough then. So we'll start with the Kardashians. Again, I want to breathe.
You should.
Right, by the way, I'm going to need a pep talk tomorrow morning before I go onto the show because here's the thing. Tomorrow morning we'll be taping for the Morning Blend, which is an ABC show here in Tampa. And I think the Morning Blend is one of those things you can find around the country in different markets, but they're independent from each other.
What time are you taping it?
9th. Oh, that's another thing. I won't be getting here until 11:30 tomorrow. I think we tape from like 9:30 to 11.
Okay.
Or I got to be there 9:30 to 11, so the show will be on later than usual tomorrow. So I know me. I'm going to need to be on the phone with either my wife tomorrow or somebody that is like putting me in a good mood.
Your wife.
Because here's the thing: we start talking about the Royals or the Kardashians. You see how I react. I have to contain that. And not that I want to go on and go, let's talk about the Kardashians. We can have conversation about, what, or I don't know, maybe that's my angle, Sam. Maybe my angle is, I started the Wake.Show 5 years after my release from Poppy Radio. Mm-hmm. And I see that the Kardashians are still in the news. I don't know if I should be giving my condolences for all of you that follow pop culture. Or is this exactly what you want? Bleep the bleeping Kardashians. Okay, so what do I need to know about the Kardashians? Before the Morning Blend tomorrow. So I need to know that the youngest one had a kid. She was what, 19? Right?
Yeah, she's 19.
Oh, so I'm going to have to know which Kardashians which.
I was going to pull up a family. You should pull up a family tree at this point because they're having kids at an alarming rate. All of them. So
Kardashian family
tree. There it is.
Tree. Oh, yeah, because there's got to be some hilarious memes, I would imagine. Right?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Kardashian Jenner, so there's
there we
different sides.
go.
They're all having children at this point.
Okay, so
probably the first one, I would say.
Okay, let's click on that bad boy here. Here's a family
there you
tree
go.
right
That's perfect.
This will get it done.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. It's up to date.
Okay. All right, so the top of this tree is Robert Kardashian, the lawyer, or whatever,
right?
Kris Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner.
Correct.
Ooh. Oh, so she had... Okay, I see how this plays out. So I didn't even know this part.
Yeah.
So 2 of those kids are Bruce's, Kendall Jenner and Kylie.
Correct.
And so those are the ones that are in the news all the time now.
Correct.
And Kourtney...
Chloe and Kim and Rob are the 4.
Are they still in the news? Or is it mainly the younger ones?
It's mainly the younger ones, honestly. Kourtney's pretty much just doing brand deals, and she's kind of just living her life with her kids. Chloe's in the news because she just had a child, and her boyfriend of a couple years has been cheating on her this entire time, even though it's been taking a while for her to get pregnant. So that's like a horrible story.
So these people have been in the news for like 10 years now.
Yeah, I feel for Chloe right now. And Kim's in the news because she's married to Kanye, and she's Kim Kardashian.
Did you just say you feel for Chloe right now?
I do, because I do in this regard, because she's been trying to have a kid for a very long time, and she finally got pregnant with this guy that she's been dating for a while. I don't really know much about him. He's an NBA player, but apparently he's been cheating on her this whole time.
Is he Travis Scott or is he Tigga?
He's neither of them.
Wait, which one? Chloe?
Those are Kylie's
Tristan Thompson?
Yeah, Tristan Thompson. I don't know much about him, but apparently he's been cheating on her the entire pregnancy, and that came out the day that she gave birth. So, like, I do feel for her.
So hold on. So Chloe gave birth.
Correct. She gave birth recently.
In that same day that she gave birth,
a bunch of cheating scandals came out that entire week. Yeah.
Damn it, you almost made me feel for the Kardashians for a second too.
That's really sad.
No.
Like, just as a person, she's been trying to get pregnant forever, and like, that's horrible. Like, even if she's a Kardashian or not, that's terrible.
You're right, it is terrible. All right, so I'm trying to get myself in the right frame of mind. So Chloe just had a baby, Tristan T, NBA, and he already cheated. Bruce is a woman now, LOL. Rob avoids cameras because he's like 300 pounds. How do I know this? LOL, E! News. These girls pick up some women. Okay, so...
Yeah, Rob's gone. I don't know what Rob's doing.
All right, so that'll be one thing that I do tonight, too.
Yeah. You should study this tree.
I'm not studying the tree. I will watch E! News. Once I get home tonight, I've got a doctor's appointment at 2:45.
Okay.
Let me ask you. Well, you wouldn't know as much. My wife's on me. She's pissed because I'm getting ready to go to the doctor again and spend another $15 in copay because to get my test results. You know, I've been on this T medicine now for 3 months, for 12 weeks. So we want to see where I am.
You have to pay $15 every time you go get your shot.
Yeah, it's a copay.
That sucks.
It does. Well, I mean. I
know it's a copay, but still, that kind of sucks.
But that's capitalism. So yeah. I'm supposed to get, because that's you're saying I should pay what? Because that's a free needle plus the nurse who is qualified.
No, you're right. Like, it's fine. It just like sucks you have to pay that.
Right. It doesn't have to be $15 every time. Now you're starting to sound. Are you talking to my wife, Sam?
Oh my God! Can you imagine? Like Lauren Hay.
No. Yes, I could. I could imagine where you guys would team up and try to get me to do stuff. Because here's where she's like, well, could you do it yourself? You know, you get the prescription for the needles that'll probably cost like $15 for 30 of them, or something, ridiculous, and then you could just do it yourself. So, I mean, I guess that's on the table now.
Okay, let's get back to this tree.
All right, Nikki is also recommending all I got to do is go through TMZ online, watch some E! Entertainment tonight, and I should be able to pull off whatever's tomorrow. Whatever's going to be thrown at me tomorrow on the morning blend. So what am I taking into the morning blend then as far as the Kardashians? I'm not just bringing the latest news. Everybody's going to know the latest gossip.
We'll go through this. I'll let you know what's going on.
Should I type in Kardashian news?
No, because I can tell you right now what it will say.
Oh, okay.
It's mainly about Chloe right now with what I just told you. So I can give you a little rundown on that. That's mainly the big thing.
That's fine. Let me just make some notes because I'll make sure that I'm up to date on the Chloe stuff.
Because the Chloe thing's the really big thing. Kylie's always in the news for different things, but she hasn't really done anything substantial.
But she just had a baby too, and she's 19, so that was all.
And she's been at Coachella the past couple weekends, so people are like, "Why are you not at home with your child?"
All right, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm telling you what.
Good morning,
I'm
Tampa
telling
Bay.
you.
Hi, good morning, Tampa Bay. You know what we're talking about today? Oh my gosh, Kylie Jenner. Can you believe the latest?
Can you believe she left her child at home?
Uh-oh, I think we lost that. Oh, we lost it. We didn't have the 90 minutes we thought on that camera.
Oh, it's okay.
It's already dead. Well, we got a new camera in here, but we don't have
wait, that was me. It just did it.
No, that's this one.
Oh, that's from this one? Oh, never mind. All right, it's fine.
That's all right. All right, and also thank you once again to Single Source and Insurance for being a part of the issue.
Right.
Wake.Show.
Thanks, Single Source.
The first part of our show. All right, so keep up with Kylie.
Yeah, so there's
and Chloe,
Courtney, and Kim, and Rob. Those are the four that got. Those are the four children of Robert Kardashian, the one that passed away, and Kris Jenner, and then Kris remarried.
Robert's dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he take his own life? I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything. Did he?
No,
he was like, I'm out of here?
I think he had cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But this happened a very long time ago. Like, he passed away a long time ago before they even got married. Or actually, I think it was like towards the same time that her and Bruce Jenner got married.
Okay.
It's like not. I apologize for that. It's okay. It's not like new news. But so
Kardashian's up next. I know that there was I think one of the things that I'll bring to the table tomorrow as well is the royal family, right? They're
she just had a child.
Which one?
Catherine.
Okay, there's a new baby, royal baby. I'll just type in. But this is another thing too that's always bothered me, in all my years of doing pop culture based radio, is our fascination with how the TV covers. Oh, it's throat cancer. Nikki said, "I'm really sorry.
Okay,
I'm really sorry for that, being insensitive about that earlier. It's my ignorance that led to that insensitivity." So royal baby, I figure is probably a thing. So I'll do some reading up on that. Well, we don't know what the royal baby name's going to be. Maybe we'll know by tomorrow.
That's a scary picture of that man.
What?
It's like the guy yelling. I guess he's proclaiming that they had a child.
Oh, okay. So what's in a name? A lot. If you happen to be a member of Britain's royal family, as the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on Monday announce the arrival of their son and third child, speculation turned to a possible name. So that's what we'll bring it. I'll bring in something in tomorrow about possible names and whatnot. Right? The baby was born this morning, 11 a.m. in London. But it's the royal couple's older children, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, 4 and 2, it is likely to be a few days until a name is announced. So that'll be a topic of discussion tomorrow on the Morning Blend. What do you think they're going to name the kid? What should they name the kid?
I don't know. I love the name Charlotte. So, I'm glad that they already have a daughter named Charlotte because that's a beautiful name. It's probably going to be something very British, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Tradition plays a huge role when choosing a royal name. Albert could be a nod to both Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, and Queen Elizabeth's father, King George the Sixth, who was called Albert until his ascension to the throne. So if I'm in there talking about pop culture, can I talk about? Can I be negative? Can I go? I think this is ridiculous.
I wouldn't. I mean, I guess you could because it is your opinion, but it depends on if you want to be invited back or not. I feel like they have a very upbeat show.
Right. You don't bring in your...
very poppy.
Right.
So you might have to rebrand a little bit for tomorrow.
So, like I said, I'm very excited about going on the Morning Blend because it does legitimize what we're doing here at the Wake.Show. They're bringing in, Chris Fisher from the Wake.Show.
Yep.
But,
be sure you plug everything.
Welcome to the Wake.Show.
Be like and follow us on Facebook at the Wake.Show.
Okay, I'm not good at that stuff. I'll have to be reminded about that. I'm not good at that stuff. I wish I were.
I'll just do it for you.
Yeah, Sam, if you could go in tomorrow.
I'll just come into place of you.
So that's what we did back in the day. Send Danielle into stuff like that. You look better on camera too. You're more. You see, I'm a 45-year-old dude talking about pop culture tomorrow. I'll do my best. I'll make you proud, Sam. I'll make you proud. Speaking of which, how long do we? How much longer do we have?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
May 4th. Right. May the 4th be with you.
Right. So next Friday will be your last day here.
Correct. But I'll be here for the 100th. We need to talk about the 100th episode, actually.
All right. Let's talk about it.
What would you like to do? Do we have a plan? Do we have any sort of plan? Can we get food?
Yeah, we can.
I'd like to get food. I can get us food if you'd like. That's what I like.
All right. We'll talk about it because
we'll discuss.
Should we make it a big deal?
Yes.
Okay. And how big should we invite people down? Should we?
You should say that. We should try to figure out a plan before you go on tomorrow, or at least a rough draft of a plan, so you can talk about it on the Morning Blend and be like, "We're having our 100th episode next. What day is it? Wednesday?
Yep, Wednesday, May 2nd, I think it is.
Yeah, 2nd then. Yeah, next Wednesday. Be sure to tune in for that. There's going to be. I wish we could do a giveaway or something. Maybe get a gift card and give it away. I think that'd be cool.
What do you mean give what away?
Do a giveaway for the 100th episode. Do a
I think
I don't know,
because there was a part of me that wants to broadcast, be live from somewhere, but that obviously makes me nervous. We'd have to test it out beforehand. And even Matt from Mastery was like, "Hey man, why don't you guys come down here and do your 100th episode here?"
That'd be cool.
And then I just don't. I go, yeah, that'd be cool, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't follow up on it the way that I should. But another thing is we have the huge psych room down here downstairs in the production facility, and so I wouldn't mind doing a show there. And then my thought is like, we can invite people up for lunch. Steve, Nikki, Elliot. By the way, Elliot has not been back since that day that Chris slammed on him a few times. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Vaguely.
All right. So remember when Chris was sitting here?
Oh yeah.
And then he was Elliot would make. He's like, "Oh, you're way off today, Elliot." Da, 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 da. I haven't. Elliot's name has not been back since that day that Chris was like, "Oh, that was a stupid joke," and this and that. Because I don't do that. I don't do that.
You don't heckle.
I don't. Well, the thing is like I just if it's not a great joke or whatever, I'll just give a little whatever for a tip, because otherwise, this is the way I look at it. Then if I am like, "Oh, that was a dumb joke," or something like that, that was a swing and a miss. Well, then I would expect that to come back at me every time that I went after a joke and it didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm sure he doesn't. No one wants to tune into a show just to be shot down on their end because they're the audience.
Bring. And the thing is that if it's solid enough, well, then I'll read it out loud. Even if it's not, if it's good, if it doesn't have to rise to a certain level, then I read it out loud. If I'm not reading it out loud, then it probably didn't, fit into the flow of things and whatever.
But you're still reading it and acknowledging it.
Right.
Whatever.
I'm not going to say, it was a swing. So that's, I could be coincidence, but I don't think I've seen Elliot's name on here in the last week or so, which bothers me because I love him. He makes me laugh. He makes me laugh while I'm trying to make you guys laugh. I'm sorry. I got the baby stuff from the Royals.
The Kardashians.
That's
pretty much what's going on right now. The Khloe thing is something you should talk about because that's a big story.
What about, let's see, we're getting close to season finales and stuff like that in TV. So maybe there's some big pop culture news. Let's just go. Let's
I don't
see what
even
happens.
watch TV anymore. Is there a Bachelor thing going on? Probably.
The first thing we'll click on is coming from NBC in their pop culture section. So we'll see what the headlines are for pop.
Oh yeah, Vern Troyer died.
Oh wow. All right,
Passed
so there we
away
go.
A couple days ago.
Vern Troyer, Mini-Me from the Austin Powers series, passes away. All right, so let's find out a little bit more about that. Because I thought he was already. I did not know. I thought he had already passed away. And so I'm glad I know now. American Idol. Oh, what do I need to know about American Idol? The finale's coming up, Nikki. And that's ABC now, too. So that'll be a good one to bring up. All right, Vern Troyer, he was 49 years old. He died on Saturday. No cause of death was given. Said Troy was a fighter who was unable to overcome a recent bout of adversity. Then goes on to discuss depression and suicide. Over the years, he struggled and won, struggled and fought some more. But unfortunately, this time was too much. So is this alluding to that he took his own life then?
I guess that's what it was alluding to. And yeah, they're talking about depression and suicide a lot, this person. So that's really sad. Without saying what it is, they basically just said what it is. So
right. That is sad. All right, so that is. I'll try not to bring down the mood tomorrow with that.
Kendrick Lamar won a Pulitzer Prize. I can never say it, but yeah, for his album.
And that's a first in history too.
Correct. That album's great. I saw him in concert.
Okay. Nikki saying Troy, they're speculating drugs versus suicide. So one of those things, either an attempt, a purposeful suicide, or one of those where your lifestyle and you're just taking so many drugs and drinking so much that eventually it's going to kill you.
You're losing Sam now. What does that mean? Oh, like I'm leaving?
Oh, yeah. We're well, because we lost.
You're losing me?
Yeah, lost us. We're losing Sam in 2 weeks. We lost you, and what a great talent you are, Sam. And it would have been.
Who else did you lose?
Well, Johnny Torres.
Oh, right.
Think about it when we started the show, and Johnny Torres is an amazing talent.
Yeah, John's great.
Yep. There's no way that I would be able to would even be here if it weren't for him.
But both of us are going on too.
I know.
Next stepping stones.
Yeah, you guys are going on to bigger and better things.
Plus, he was actually part of.
You're following Love, which is always exciting.
Yeah, but I also have I have
something lined up.
Some stuff in the works.
Oh, okay, good for you then. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, it's all gonna be all right. Luckily, that was one good thing that came out of the recent sad events of my life.
Let's see. Fentanyl-laced pills killed Prince. Kanye West returns for a new album and some Twitter philosophy. So I think this is going to be kind of easy. I'm not going to say easy, but I think all I've got to do is just brush up a little bit, right? Sam?
Yes. I would say go back to the Kardashian tree because we need to actually go through that because, no, like, I'm not just bringing it up to say it. Like, this is what people are talking about. Like, I know you hate it. I know you hate it, but you gotta do it. I'm sorry. So I'll show you. There's so many kids now. I'm telling you, that's what they do. They're setting it up because look at how many children they've all just had. Every single one of them has had a baby.
And you're saying they're doing this on purpose to perpetuate their family's fortune and fame. That they're only having children. They're only having children. What about all the drama that goes along with it? Is all this drama like awesome? This is going to make our show even better. This is going to make our family even more rich. Because if they're normal people and they're doing and nobody's cheating on people and then they fall by the wayside.
Correct. I think that it definitely plays a role into it because it's also a thing they want to. I mean, they're not having kids just for the sake of a television show. I'm not ever claiming that, but
who's this Amber Rose chick at the bottom? How does Rob Kardashian, Kim Kardashian come together through Kanye West and Black China?
Oh my God, this is crazy. So they're all dating the same. Oh my God, it's weird. So Kim.
See, you're just as caught up in this as everybody else is too. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's
very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I do think it's interesting. I don't watch their show anymore, but I do read. I'll read entertainment news and stuff. But I do know about this part of it. So I guess they're all dating each other's significant others. It's very weird. This Black China was dating Tyga, who Kylie was with, and then they had a baby, and then Kanye.
Are you listening to the words that are coming out of your mouth?
Yeah, no, listen to me. I'm just telling you their names. I'm not even saying any sort of opinion of mine. I'm just telling you what is going on.
All right, back to Black China.
She and Rob had a thing, and they had a daughter, but at the same time, she and Tyga, who was linked to Kylie, had a thing, and Kanye and her know this Amber Rose. It's very weirdly
so it's a soap opera. So basically, this is a real life soap opera. Is that what the Kardashians?
So interconnected. It's bizarre.
So okay, it's starting to make sense. Not make sense.
Kourtney's the only one that's doing pretty solid right now.
Where it's not making sense where I can accept it and go, oh, it's just one, because we get so wrapped up. And again, that does bother me how we get so caught up in celebrities' lives, and then we in the media perpetuate it because it's so easy. I guess it's like sugar. It's like cake. And if we just keep jamming that cake down your throat, you're going to love it. It doesn't matter if psychologically, mentally, you're getting fatter and fatter, and the diabetic version. See, look at me. I can't be like this tomorrow, Sam.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm culture. You're getting mad at me just because I'm telling you their names and how they're connected. So you got to take that attitude away.
You're right.
Because I'm not even giving you any sort of opinion towards it. I'm just telling you exactly what is going on.
And I'm already getting worked up.
Yeah. And you're going to have to relay that information. So that's why you got to listen. Unfortunately.
All right. So who's King Cairo?
That's Black China and Tyga's child, which Tyga was linked to Kylie and Black China was linked to Rob. So it's just that's a little bit odd. They're all dating each other's exes and stuff, and they're all in the family still. That's a little bit odd to me, but.
Or is it a lot more common in America, this kind of stuff going on?
Oh, I'm sure it's very common. It's just odd in this way.
Yeah, that's why people are drawn to this kind of stuff. It's because they can relate to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, Kim and Kanye just had their third child, but Kim can't have kids anymore, so they've been using a surrogate.
Oh, well,
it's sad. I mean,
No, it's not. I don't care.
To not be able to have kids?
She's had how many?
She
had 3?
No, she didn't. The third one was through a surrogate.
Oh. Chicago?
Yeah. Chicago, yeah.
Okay.
Chicago looks like a little fake baby smile on this thing.
I'm sorry. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Kim, that you can't have any more children.
Yeah, that's so sad. The second pregnancy almost killed her, because she can't have kids. Yeah. There's something, she has some estrogen problem, I think. Kourtney has had 3 kids, but she's thriving. She's doing great. Her kids are really cute.
You really should be going on the show tomorrow. You really should be.
You can't. I was going to say, you're going to be You gotta watch what you say, man. Especially on a show like that, when a lot of women watch it. You can't say stuff like what you just said about Kim.
You're right.
It's all good. I'm not offended, but I know their audience, and it's a lot of women and moms who watch the show, so just be careful saying stuff like that.
All right. So I think a poll that we should run, let's see, Wednesday, will be, after the appearance, we'll have a poll that goes up. Do you think Fisher will be invited back? We'll see how I do.
You will be, as long as you just keep it cool.
Yeah, as long as I'm not a jerk. As long as I'm not a jerk. As long as I'm not me. Just keep it cool.
Just keep it cool. It's all good.
Do I have to act?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it is. Nikki said what it was.
Oh, she has preeclampsia, high BP with pregnancy. Okay. And I'm sorry, again, I don't want to, downplay that.
She had a really bad high risk pregnancy with the second child that she had, and then she can't have any more kids, so they have to use surrogates now. And then that's why Chloe, I think it runs in their family, because Chloe couldn't have a baby for a long time either, which is why it's sad that he cheated on her, because she finally had a kid. But think of it this way. Think of it this way. I know that they are caricatures of people, but they are real people. So if these are people that you knew and it was like, this is happening, imagine your sister or someone couldn't have a child for a very long time, had a kid, and then you found out the entire time that her boyfriend was cheating on her and she finally had that baby. That's really tragically terrible. And that's what happened to her.
But it's a soap opera.
It is, but that's what happened. Unfortunately, I'm sure they don't want to not be able to have kids.
Sam, I don't hate. It's not the Kardashians I hate.
I know you hate the culture around them. I know that's what you hate, but they're still people.
It's the same thing that I hate about what we're talking about right now is the same thing that I hate about talking about the Royals. And I can't stand that dynamic. I can't stand how we bring up our little girls to be princesses and our little girls to be princesses, and then you're fixated on this.
And that's fair.
It's not
you're
even
totally
real.
entitled to that opinion.
And then it bothers me that we in the media, we in marketing, we in entertainment know this about our human brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. And when we just tap right into it and feed you shit day in and day out, this comes back to keeping you distracted from the real things going on in the world, at the same time feeding you things that are complete nonsense. And that is the drama of other people's lives instead of focusing on your own shit. Mm-hmm. No wonder I ended up here, Sam. No wonder radio booted me.
So,
Nikki. So Chris Moore joined in late. These people live in Pinellas Park, right? Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
I'm sure these people are out there somewhere.
But I have a feeling that it's not even people. I have a feeling that in your wealthier neighborhoods too, the same kinds of little dramas are playing out of people banging each other and da-da-da-da-da.
It's not, yeah.
Drama sells.
It's
hard to joke about this stuff, but this is coming from Nikki. It's hard to joke about this stuff because they make little things into a mountain. Yes, they have real life problems, but at the same time, they boo-hoo for days over the pain from their Botox.
No, that's correct. I'm not saying that you're not justified feeling that way. I'm just also saying, I'm telling you exactly what... I mean, for all I know, they could obviously be exaggerating a bunch of stuff, but I'm telling you exactly what is being reported.
Okay. All right, so we'll be talking.
Take it with a grain of salt.
I also have a feeling that tonight I'm going to process this show. I'll do what I do. I'll go home.
Rewatch the show. Take some notes.
Ooh, that's a great idea, Sam.
Could.
That is a fantastic idea. Because in the moment right now, I'm not retaining anything you're saying. I'm just getting annoyed by everything you're saying.
Yes.
But yeah, go back and watch it. Make a couple of notes, and I think we'll be fine. Okay, what's up? What else is on? You're telling me not even to go through any other pop culture news. Just stay with the Kardashians and the royal family, and I'll be good tomorrow. Because we're not going. It's not like we're going to be talking for 2 hours.
That's what the people. That's what their audience cares about.
All right, all right. I'll dress. I'll make sure that I'm nice
and talk about Coachella, and that's about it.
So Coachella was over the weekend too?
This was the second weekend, I believe.
Second weekend? Coachella.
It's just a bunch of celebrities doing drugs in skimpy outfits. That's basically what Coachella is.
Well, that's what it's turned into. Well, that's what the image of Coachella has turned into. It used to be just a bunch of dirty rich kids going to get dirty for the weekend or something like that. And
the tickets are mad expensive because everyone goes to Coachella now.
And now it's the place to be, Coachella. Yeah. All right, so I'll do some reading on Coachella. I kind of wish that was something I would have experienced, but I don't think.
I mean, if I could afford it, I'd go. I'm not knocking it, but it's just it's very expensive.
I've never done one of those festivals. I've always wanted to do one. I know it seems weird because I was in, alternative rock radio for so long, but I never did a festival where I went out someplace and then stayed for multiple days.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then got up and started listening to music again.
It's a cool concept.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, it's super cool.
In an RV. I'd love to do that in an RV that has everything I need and a place to escape.
RV.
So at that point, when I'm done, I can feel like that I've gone somewhere else. All right. The Kardashians, baby stuff, royal baby stuff, and Coachella, and then I'm good. And I'll put in here. Let's see, Kendrick Lamar. Okay, I want to read up more on that because that's
cool.
But I know that's already over a week old, right? That's like a week or two old. Yeah, but you
can still talk about it. It's a really cool thing.
Kendrick Lamar makes history with a Pulitzer Prize, and he's tied to the Kardashians too, right?
Kendrick, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
All right. Was he once? Or am I confusing?
No, I don't think he. Yeah, you're probably. There's a lot of rappers that are. But
there was a Kendrick. Was there a Kendrick though that one of them was? Oh, here we go.
Probably, I don't know, but not him.
If that's true, then that would be going back to the last time I talked about this shit. This would be 5, 6, 7 years ago. So.
Kim married someone at one point. What's his name?
Ray?
No, the second one. What was his name?
Who was?
Oh gosh, you know who I'm talking about though, right? The NBA player.
That's who I think I'm confusing.
Yeah, I can't remember his name though. I don't think he does much anymore. No, it's her second husband.
Her second husband?
Chris Humphries. That's why I think you were thinking Chris Kendrick or something like that. Yeah,
I was missing.
But no, Kendrick Lamar's never been linked to the Kardashians, as far as I know.
All right, and going back to a radio, Sam, one of the because if you're thinking about those of you that have been listening to me on the radio for years, you're like, man, you were all about pop culture. You talk about pop culture all the time. Well, there's a couple things that kept me in that place, that wheelhouse, and that was great producers. And I've had a lot of different producers over the years. Seth and Danielle were amazing, and then a prep service basically that I would read every single day, and it gave me everything I needed. It was called the Complete Sheet, and it basically if you were on the radio, it was a complete sheet, and you had to subscribe to it. It wasn't for average consumers; it was for radio stations to have. And it would give you bam, 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 and the audio that would come along with it, bam, 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 bam.
That's
bam,
awesome.
So you could go to bed like back in the day, back in my early days in the 90s before you were born. I would have to read the newspaper. You'd read newspapers and magazines and whatnot, or you'd also have to stay up and watch everything and make your notes. So if there was a big event happening, the grand finale of American Idol, you had to watch all 2 hours of it and make your notes, right?
Yeah.
Well, fast forward now, you get one of those services. They just give you the highlights and they give you the clips that go along with it, and so it looks you're an expert basically, and you are half an expert because you're reading that sheet every day, so you do keep up on all the pop culture. But other than that, if it was just up to me, that show would have been complete. I wouldn't have lasted a year.
Nikki makes a good point. The Jersey Shore is back as well, which is something you need to talk about.
Nikki!
You will have to talk about it, actually. Jersey Shore Vacation is back. It's basically everything old is new again.
All right.
But Kendrick winning is a great thing, so you should talk about that.
Yeah, that's a positive thing. Because
that is a positive thing. That album's great.
Right. I haven't heard the album. I've probably heard a song or two off it. I'm sure that's whatever's on the radio. If whatever's on the radio, I've heard.
Yeah.
But it's about damn time, says the professor at the University of Colorado Boulder, a director. Rap is born out of a group of black and brown people who wanted to be heard, who have been ignored by the country at large for more than 40 years now. Hip hop has expressed itself in a voice that could not be ignored. Lamar is simply the most audible example that rap always brought. So I guess before this, the Pulitzer Prize in this particular category,
he was nominated along with people that were like classical artists, right? And like a bunch of things.
I guess it normally goes to somebody in the classical arts.
But it's about like not only the words, but like the producing and everything. But rap is considered to be poetry to many people, so
all right.
It's a really great album. I think it's well deserved.
Yeah. Is that your genre of choice, hip hop, or?
I'm everything. I saw Kendrick Lamar in concert actually, and he was amazing. So I like him in particular, but I'm kind of like everything.
I'm a little bummed. Justin Timberlake's coming. I think it's June.
Yeah, he's coming sometime soon.
And I'm not going.
They're just giving away tickets to that concert, which is really sad.
Really?
Yeah, everywhere that I look, they're just like literally, if you like, there's a phone service where if you own a phone plan, you get like Justin Timberlake tickets. I'm like, that's kind of not good.
Well, there's a part of me, my wife's already got tickets. She's going with her BFF.
It's going to be great. I'm sure he's talented.
It's in May, Lauren. There she is there. It's in May. But it basically came down to money. And the Foo Fighters are in town this week. And so Wednesday night, my wife and I are going to be going to Foo Fighters.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited about that. I've seen them once in Toronto. I invited her to go with me, but
is that when she said no?
Yeah, this is before she and I were dating. And
Atta girl.
Yeah, I was a little.
Never go to a different country with a strange man.
You're right. That's great advice, Sam. That's great advice. But at the time, I thought we knew herself well enough. I'm like, hey, I'll pay for the ticket. Why don't you come to Toronto with me? We'll go to this concert together. And I guess that's.
But now you're taking her to a Foo Fighters concert.
And she also regretted not going it, years later, once we ended up together and married and everything. She's like, damn, that would have been a great, we would have had a lot of fun.
Full circle though, now you could take her.
So it was a difficult decision because that's my big money. Wednesday nights, is a big night for me money wise. And so I have to take that night off. So not only do I lose
karaoke, right?
Yeah, that money, I also will be spending money that night. So that's a hard swing for me right now.
Those $20 beers.
My wife said #creep. That's the way I looked at it. She goes, that's a creeper. That's creepy to ask somebody to go on a trip with you. You're not even dating. I'm just a spontaneous man is all.
It's okay.
It eventually worked.
Yeah, right.
Steve was saying, where do you get free tickets? I looked at Timberlake tickets and good seats are like $150. Yeah, I know that Lauren. Yeah.
There's like a phone provider. I don't even know which one, but they're just like literally giving tickets away. So I'm not sure. I wish I could give you more information than that, but that concert in particular is like, I saw a large volume of free tickets.
Steve, tune into the Morning Blend on Wednesday morning.
I'm sure, ABC. Yeah, they're giving away tickets.
No, because tomorrow I'm going to do the research on this, and I'll make sure tomorrow when we tape our segment, I will have that information. So the people that are looking to get to Justin Timberlake for free, you'll know how to get those tickets.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be a good producer.
You got him.
Yeah, I haven't seen any free tickets. Yeah, Lauren, she goes, I haven't seen any free tickets anywhere, and she's been looking for them as well, because what she was going to do is tell her best friend, hey.
I wish I could tell you where I saw them. I honestly can't remember, or else I would definitely tell everyone.
But I don't think the tickets sold as well as expected.
I think that's what it was.
The reason that I wanted to see Justin Timberlake is just, I feel like I missed out on Michael Jackson. That was my generation, I never saw Michael Jackson, one of the greatest entertainers of all time, and I feel like Justin Timberlake is likely in that category. And even though I've never bought an album of Justin Timberlake's, I do have, when I do, his music's catchy. I dig it, and I got to thank him and Bruno Mars for making weddings a lot easier.
It scared me.
for making weddings a lot easier, because those songs are always hits, gets people on the dance floor. And then after seeing Taylor Swift. At Raymond James Stadium a few years back, it was just a spectacle. I
saw Taylor Swift.
I only knew a couple of her songs. Yeah, my wife's a huge fan.
That's funny.
A huge fan of Tay Tay, and so I got us tickets at the last second. And but watching what she did up there on that stage, and was like a different show every song. Every song there was a different set, different costume.
Yeah, she's talented.
It just blew my mind. And I'm like, I wouldn't mind seeing Justin Timberlake, but it's not going to happen. And I love Tay, but I am excited.
Her new album's really good.
Because my wife and I's first song that we danced to, our song, is the Foo Fighters.
Aw, stop.
So she and I never got a chance to see them together. This is the top of her bucket list, is the Foo Fighters.
Aw.
And Everlong, by the way, if you're asking. Everlong is the song.
That's sweet.
And
cute.
It is. So
get her a bottle of wine and go see the Foo Fighters. It's way cheaper than the beer there.
I'll get her a 40.
There you go.
She's more of a beer gal than she's
okay, that's fine.
Gal. I'll get her a 40 of something.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
that's funny that you're the wino and between the two.
I love wine. That brand that I showed you a few weeks ago that I got, that I found on sale for $7.99, that Mirasau with a yellow label.
Yeah.
And there's been more and more coupons, so we've been stocking up at home. I'm so excited. Now I want to, because the thing is after that first bottle, sometimes you may not have this experience yet. You're still young, 21 years old, but there's sometimes like, oh my gosh, that was a great beer or a great wine or whiskey or something like that. And you're like, oh my God, I got to go back. And the next thing you go back again, or even sometimes food, you're like, that was the best pizza I ever had. Then you go back, you're like, man, it's not what I remembered.
Yeah.
Because there's other things that can happen, other variables, and different chemicals can be released in your brain to make the experience better, and da-da-da-da-da. But I'm now like on my third, fourth, fifth bottle of this Mirasol. That's at the most expensive is $10. And, there's been a lot of dollar off coupons recently, and then it was even down to $7.99. And so to find a red wine, and I'm a cab guy when it comes to that, red. So I got the second bottle. I was like, please, and it was just as good. So I'm trying to stock up on that stuff because I've never, and not that I've been a wino for a long time, but I've been more of a whiskey drinker up until recent months, recent year or two. Man. But all right. I'm going. He's very talented and will make you cry. James talking about, oh, really? If I went to a Justin Timberlake show, you'd make me cry?
He's very talented.
Huh. But I'm glad I'm not going. I don't need to cry at a Justin Timberlake show.
Justin Timberlake concert.
So, well, James, have fun. I won't see you there, I don't think.
When is it? Lucky. It's in May, you said?
She said May.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's coming up.
That's cool.
All right. You done?
I'm done.
All right. Me too, I think. We'll just have some alone time with me and and whoever's still watching, and we'll wrap things up.
Let me know if you need me to brief you on pop culture stuff before you go in the morning.
I think I'm good. I think you guys did a good job of letting me know what I need to be up on tomorrow. So tomorrow morning. Bye, Sam.
Bye.
See you in a few. So on. You said you have some social stuff you wanted to talk to me about, right?
Come down to me whenever you're ready.
Okay. So the taping's going to be tomorrow morning. Malaya. The taping will be tomorrow morning at ABC, and then it'll air on Wednesday morning. So we'll be a little bit late. Probably starting the show tomorrow around noon or something. All right. That's that. That is that, I think. Do you guys want to see anything from my weekend? Or do you care? I don't even know if I have anything good for my weekend. Didn't show you any pictures of my dogs today. I'm sure you need a little bit of that. And it is always scary for me to just randomly open my photos because I know you guys can see it in the background. And to make sure that there's nothing on there that you shouldn't be seeing. So don't look too closely yet. Oh, went to the dog park yesterday. That was exciting. Let's see, I took a picture of my meal. So here's the thing, I'm doing weddings again, right? Wedding DJ. And you get vendor meals. Well, sometimes some vendor meals are, better than other vendor meals. And this was definitely a solid one. From Amici. Oh, that's something we didn't talk about today. So that was from Amici's. It had that red meat was delicious. The green beans were awesome too. Speaking of Amici, I see Avicii, the DJ Avicii, died over the weekend as well. So maybe that's another thing I need to. Joey got a haircut. I'm going to show Joey. I think you have those, honey. I don't think I have any of those. See, it was my setup at my gig. I don't think anything I really need to show you guys. I was in a loft. I guess I'm going to show you anyway. I don't know why. There's that basso. All right, see, downstairs is where everything was. I was upstairs in that little loft area, right? Maybe there's another. All right, you see another one there. Oh, that's the food. A little close-up. All right, so that was outside there, the little patio. But here's the thing. Here's what sucked. I'm just going to get this off my chest before we go. Here's what sucked. I get anxious when I'm doing weddings. It's a good anxiety. I think it's one of those things that entertainers say that when that goes away, then you shouldn't be doing it anymore because you don't care. But the anxiety gets ramped up on nights that I have to go. My gig ends at 9. My wedding will end at 9. And then I'll have to be at another gig by 10 this Saturday night. It was Maple Lanes to be there from 10 until 2, giving out prizes and playing music and stuff. So I have 1 hour to break down and get over there and set back up. As I break down on Saturday night, I go out to the elevator. There's one elevator. We're on the 4th floor at the Basso Resort or something like that in Dunedin. And the elevator's broken. Like, it breaks right as I walk up to it. There's people in it, and it won't close. So we sit there for a few minutes, and I'm like, okay. And it's not moving. So I'm getting more and more anxious because I have to be somewhere else very quickly. So I have to start taking my equipment downstairs 2 pieces at a time. And there's a lot of equipment. After 3 trips up and down those stairs, I'm just sweating. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. I'm starting to mumble under, F this and F that under my breath. And, okay. All right, I'll do that before the end of the show. So I am not happy. I'm inside. I am livid. I'm so annoyed. It's one of those where I'm telling myself as soon as I get in the car, I'm going to call the guy that I do these through, Ed. You guys know, a lot of you know Special Ed Gruby, in Events Done Right, and go, mother effer, don't you ever schedule me for another, because what's really getting to me at this time is being late to my next gig, and that is bothering me to my core, really deep. And I hate that. I effing hate that. And so that's where I was on a Saturday night to call him. Don't you ever? But I made it in the end. This is why I wanted to bring up Amici's, because I believe it was one of the people that worked for the catering company. I don't think it was somebody that worked for the hotel. Helped me. 2 trips of carrying down equipment himself. And I don't remember the guy's name, and I don't think I knew the guy's name. I felt bad that I didn't ask his name and to say more about him, because they could all just sat there and watch me huffing and puffing up and down those stairs, and I was getting sweatier and angrier every trip. But somebody came and said, hey man, can I help you take down some stuff? And that was really cool, because it extended his night too. They still had their stuff to break down, and it was really cool that somebody went out of their way like that to help me out, because I don't know that I could have made 2 more trips up those stairs and back down. I'm way too out of shape. All right, so before I go, I will show you a picture, and that is from the Wake.Pups on Instagram. Because Joey did get a haircut over the weekend, and that pops up first. There we go. A little before-after shot there. Our little fluffy man on the left. And nice and shaved on the right. And let's see what Joey posted this morning. This week sucked. My mom dumped me at both of my least favorite places and left me there. First, I had to go to the doctor, and the doctor stole my teeth while I was sleeping. Then I had to go to the groomer, and he stole my fur while I was awake. But I have to admit, it's a lot cooler without my fur. What do you guys think of my haircut? My mom says I'm handsome. My mom says I'm handsome. Hashtag Joey Graham's haircut, summer cut, Yorkie, Yorkshire Terrier. Yorkies of Amsterdam. I'm sorry, Instagram. The Yorkies of Amsterdam. All right, and there you go. That's the Wake.Show today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you, Nick. And thank you, Nikki, for all your input. You know, as much as you see me, really get physically upset when I have to talk about the Kardashians or the royal family, I really appreciate all your help today. You know, I do. I think Joey and Roxy are hilarious. Every one of their posts. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and supporting this next venture of mine as we get this thing up and running. We got our episode 100 right around the corner, and we'll do this again tomorrow. So have a great day. Be good to yourself. Be kind to your fellow man, and most importantly, let your crazy breathe. Have a great day.